Hey, what's up everybody? This is Beast.
And Mrs. Beast.
And welcome to Reign of Fire's Ark Tutorials. Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to boost your XP. Because let me tell you, once you get up there in the mid to high 80s, it takes forever to level up. Let's see if this guy wants to fight. Oh, so you finally noticed me? 3 shots, that's all it took. Alright, well, we'll continue on our way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to the swamp cave that's in the redwood biome on the west side. And the things you need is of course a pretty decent Carno and a ghillie suit. Make sure you have that on, because even if you have your flak, you will die quick. Make sure you have enduro stew, that will allow us to stay in there longer, and meat patties if you have them. They just, you know, help you with your health and things like that. And see, as you can see, the stats on my Carno, pretty good melee. The torpor is going to be important, and the health, I guess it could be important. I don't think I've ever had any issues where my Carno has been in trouble. Alright, so to get in, it's not that hard. It's a little tricky. We just try to go to the right as far as we can, and then try to go left and right until you squeeze on in. And as you can see, it's glitching right now, and this happens all the time. Just make sure you don't get off your Carno when this happens. Just always stay on your Carno. Alright, if we go any further, we're gonna start sustaining damage slowly, but you know. So I'm gonna take my enduro stew, and we're ready to go. Usually when I start running like this, the floor disappears, but this time we got lucky. Everything in here is pretty high level, and I have seen people try this with a saber or a wolf. I don't suggest that, because I mean there's a good chance you may end up losing them, especially if you get caught in the middle of them. Whenever the Meganera come at you, just start stepping backwards. I would say that to me, that's probably the most dangerous thing in here, because they do get your Carno pretty tired. Because every time they hit you, they take away stamina. And what I have seen people do is they keep on attacking with their Carno even after they run out of stamina, and what they end up doing is causing their torpor to go up so high that eventually their Carno ends up falling over, and that's when you know, everything goes south. So you constantly got to keep an eye on your health, your Carno's stamina, and also the enduro stew. because I will show you the difference with using Enduro Stew and not using it, and I think you'll see why it's so important to have this. Some people prefer to use the medical brew, I believe it's called, and I used to use that, but now just to me it's easier with Enduro Stew. I guess it just comes down to your preference. Alright, so my Cardinal's pretty tired, so I'm just gonna walk slowly. I'm good on my health. So we'll just come to the top up here and just wait. We gotta wait until my health is all the way to 100%. I brought over some stimulant just in case the Carno is in need of it. I usually use meat just to get his health back up quick. And also because you do end up getting a lot of meat in here, it just weighs you down, and then all this other stuff that you don't need, just get rid of it. Alright, I'm good to go. See, here we go. And this happens almost every single time. The way I get rid of that is by pulling out my spyglass, and yeah, there we go. It usually works pretty quick. Oh, here we go. I'm not gonna do that again, so I'm just gonna run on down. It'll fix itself. It always does. And like I said, just do not get off your dyno. Alright, here we go. I know there's a spider over here. I'm gonna kill that. Where'd it go? I don't see it. Alright. One thing I noticed lately is that now when the spiders hit you with their web like this, it does actually slow down your dyno, where before it didn't even affect it at all. And see right here, I mean they're all bundled, they're all bunched up there, and so I get as close as possible so I can start hitting as far as I can, and that way kill as many as I can until they decide to start fighting back. See, like there we go. And here come the Mega Nero. Time to go back up. I'm gonna pick up that egg. Not that I need it, but you know, an egg is an egg. So my Carno's torpor did go up a little bit. The health looks pretty good. I'm just gonna see use these berries and get rid of all this junk. I will keep the arrows because you can always use arrows. I'm gonna try to lower the torpor down under 500. Like, I don't really like for his torpor to go even halfway. Usually it'll go up to, like, 1000, maybe 1100, but no more than that. So now we're just waiting for my health to go back up to 100%. There's that spider. Alright, there we go. See, here's the reason why you don't want to come in with different types of dinos besides the Carno. Because with the Carno you can push all of them back when they get you stuck like this. And with the other dinos like the Wolf or the Saber, I mean, you're done. They'll just sit there and hit you over and over. See, I'm looking at my health. That's still good. His health is still good, but the stamina is going low, and especially with these guys coming at me like they are, so I just start to back up. Alright, this run is going to be without the stew. And let's see how long I can stay down here. I'm almost done with the front room. Now, before we came up with this idea, we used to actually grapple here in this room all the way up to where the artifact is. Now the bad thing about that, of course, is you have to be high enough to have the grapple hook, and I believe at the time I was the only one high enough to make them, so I had to make a bunch of them, for a lot of people on the server. And then we ended up coming up with this way here, and it turned out to be a lot better, a lot easier, and yeah, you can end up taking 2 of those immune artifacts instead of 1. The way that I'm doing it here, you don't necessarily have to be really high level. You just gotta have a pretty decent Carno, like I said before. And if you don't have, like, let's say you have 200 or less health, in that case, I would use the Enduro Stew and probably the Medical Brew as well, because obviously you won't be able to stay down here as long. But if you are lower level and you do this a few times, I guarantee that you will get up there real quick. Alright, so yeah, this didn't take very long. I'm done. I'm dying really bad right now. I'm almost dead. I took an enduro really quick, and I also ate one of my patties, and that should slow it down enough for me to get to the top up here. I think I'm still too far out. See, my health was really low. I have found myself in this situation before, and that's how I realized that the Enduro 2 was probably the best one for me to use. So at this point, I'm just trying to get my health up as fast as possible. We're almost ready to make another run. This usually takes about, I would say about an hour to completely clear it out. And my best guess is that I'll probably have around 10 to 12,000 more XP. So now you really need to pay close attention to your health because we're going further in. So it takes a lot longer to come back out to get to our neutral zone where we're safe. And we're about to come up to the room where usually you will find 3 red drops. And usually you get some pretty good saddles out of them, or BPs, or things like that. Alright, so far so good. Alright, so now that everything is cleared out, now we can go get the artifact. We'll go ahead and take this back to our dino and put it in his inventory, since you can only carry one of the same kind of artifact at a time. But he can carry one, and then I can carry one. I'm just looking at my health. It usually takes a little bit to for the other artifact to respawn. Let's go up. It should be showing up shortly. So over here on the left side is where I was telling you guys that we used to grapple to. That way we didn't have to mess with all the other stuff. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so we used to just go in there and come and get it, and then we'd jump back down into the water and run out. Before we came up with this new way of doing this. I don't know if you noticed, but I had already cleared out this room, and as you can see, things keep on respawning. So you just need to keep that in mind. While I was clearing out the right side, all these scorpions appeared in here, and you know, it's not a big deal. I mean, I like it because, I mean, it just gives us more XP. I usually make about 5 enduros, but normally I end up using just maybe 3 at most. If my Carno was not as high on the melee like this one is, I would probably end up using all 5, because it would take longer to kill these things. Originally, I believe this one was a 116 when I tamed it, and I got lucky with the melee. Came out kind of high. Alright, so all in all, I ended up with over 12,000 XP. As you can see, I'm getting really close to my next level. And my Carno picked up a little bit over 6,000 XP. As you can see, I have a whole lot of meat and quite a few arrows that I picked up from here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the easy way to get a lot of XP, because 12,000 XP would take quite some time, a lot of building, and a lot of killing dinos, high level dinos, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me clean this up real quick, get rid of this stuff, then I'll show you how to get out. Alright, So to get out, you basically do the same thing. You try to stick to the left, and you go to the right and left. As you can see, you can't get through. Then I come back to the left, and eventually you go through. There we go. And then as you come out here, the bottom is always gone, just like this, every single time. It'll come back, or you can just run across it and you won't fall down. You won't fall in there. Oh, there it is. Came back up. Well, I hope that helps you out. That's it for me here, guys. I'll see you on the next video.